Hi everyone, it is Chris Strickland, and this is kind of a random video, but I think it's a really super important topic. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous because I feel like there's some things in here I should not say. So basically, the point of this video is to kind of let you guys know something in a way of I'm not really telling you, but kind of figure it out. I know it's confusing because there is definitely a spiritual war going on, okay? And you guys, it has nothing to do with us. It really doesn't. This is not our problem. These are other beings, other species, other spirits, other whatever you want to call them. These are them and their drama and their soap opera, and we're caught in the middle. We have ones that are looking out for us, and we have ones, and majority of the ones, draining us, putting us into a state of fear and anxiety. Just look at the world around you. Everyone has PTSD now. Everybody has like major depression and social anxiety. Nobody wants to go anywhere. Now, granted, I've had all these things since I was diagnosed at 14, but I'm seeing everybody around me in the world go through what I went through growing up, which is kind of weird. And I'm starting to see the truth of what's going on. And it's very, very hush hush. There is a reason for secret societies, okay? There is a reason why the masses are at the bottom of the pyramid. We are meant to stay ignorant, okay? This was meant to happen. Only a select few trusted, or if you're in the bloodline, what have you. There's so much to the story. And think about all the religions and beliefs. How could you even, find ground to stand on with your beliefs and get rooted in that? You can't. There's so many opinions, and you have to respect everyone's opinions. When actuality, our creators basically manipulated this story, okay? In all religions, in all the major religions that run the world, Yahweh, or what is it? Yada Bora? I don't know how to say his name. Now, this guy, this alien guy, this Anunnaki guy, I'm assuming, is son of Sophia, okay? If you haven't heard of Sophia, look her up, do some research. And Sophia went against the true upper gods, right? And did not mate with another male species to produce Yahweh. So he came out kind of different, wrong. Like they said he was blind or deaf or whatever, but that could have been meant in like an esoteric sense. But anyways, to the point, this child basically manifested physical life on Earth, okay? And Sophia was horrified, all right? She went to the main upper gods and turned herself in, so to speak. Yeah, there was pretty much nothing to do at that point. I don't really know what's going on, and it does not help that there are more and more alien species and energetic spirits and other dimensional spirits coming to this planet. We have had the Fae here for a very, very, very long time, and I'm not certain on this, but I believe the Fae are reptilian based, but I'm not certain on that. And let me tell you something about the species I'm talking about. When you hear reptilian, you have to understand there are Anunnaki reptilian, there are Draconian reptilians, there's Syrian reptilians, there's all kinds of reptilians. You can't just stereotype a race, because these guys, all of them, they've been around for so long, they've all intermingled and made hybrids. So the hybrid situation is just crazy. Like, I don't even see anybody figuring out like a family tree or anything, because that's how insane it is. I've just been learning things lately that makes me like want to feel kind of hopeless about the world. Like, there's no escaping this. We're fucked. Because Yahweh kicked the true creator to like the corners of the universe. Don't ask me how, I don't know. The story's all over the place. But basically, the true God tried to send the Savior Jesus to us, and the Anunnaki killed that person and replaced him with a false Jesus, and that's who we call the Antichrist. So what is there even to believe in anymore? I even studied a little bit like on what Doreen Virtue was talking about, like why did she leave all this stuff. But I watched a few of her videos, and that bitch is batshit crazy, like absolutely delusional, and now like hardcore Christian bullshit. Like she's so suckered in. And you have to understand, the Anunnaki created the religious stories, and they're the way they wanted us to hear them, okay? And like I said, I feel weird about talking about any of this, but my personal life has fallen apart, as many of you have seen over the years, due to a servant of these higher beings that Sophia's son Yahweh made. He made 6 of them, so he's the 7th or whatever. I guess you could relate that to the 7 princes of hell or whatever, I don't know. An archon serves these guys, right? Archons are all about technology, distracting you from your life mission with technology. Why do you think we're on our phones all the time and just doing useless shit that's not advancing our lives? And we're always fearful of what's going to happen next. We don't know what's going on in the world. And it's true, like, there's only a few select people on this planet that know the real truth. And that's scary. That's really fucking scary. And I just want you guys to be really careful with believing in a God saving you. I want to empower you. You are you, as you have always been. Your spirit is your spirit. Energy does not die. Okay? You are not obligated to go by any instructions by this Yahweh character. This Yahweh character is terrible. I guess what I'm getting into is obviously a more Gnostic approach, which is, I guess, heresy to the Catholic Christian faith, but I don't give a shit. We should all know by now in 2022 that Christianity and Catholic, it's bullshit. They're lies, it's contradictions. And even if you don't believe that, you have to admit you're cherry picking. You're fucking cherry picking from the Bible. Fuck that book. Fuck the Bible. It was made by them. And there are archons all over this planet. And one attacked me a few years ago through somebody I loved very much. And I don't know if this person is still attached to this archon, but it's a crazy situation. It's some Twilight Zone shit, dude. But I don't want to fearmonger. I want people to be happy, because that's what they don't want. They don't want you to be happy. They get off, their food source is your suffering, okay? Why do you think there's pedophile rings in Hollywood? Why do you think all the stuff is just now coming up and everyone's acting surprised now? Hello, it's been in front of our faces for so long. And all you people did was say like, oh, you're just a weird conspiracy theorist. No, you're starting to see all of this shit is real. And don't pray for me, please. I am on the fence of actually who I'm trusting. I'm not even going to pull any cards. I'm very backed in a corner just looking at all these entities like, who's been lying to me? So I'm in that process. And speaking of the Fae, you know, I love the Fae. I really do love the Fae. And they're more of elementals and more natural. And don't go fucking with them if you don't know what you're doing. Do your research. But also, watch how much time you spend on your phone. Watch how much time you spend doing things that aren't productive. Like just sleeping, sitting around, like just doing, like overindulging in things you like to do, and then find yourself just so fucking depressed because you haven't talked to anybody because you've been caught up in shit. Like, we need to change the narrative, but I think a narrative's gonna change anyway because I feel something big coming. And yeah, I just wanted to put this video out there, and I know it's been all over the place. I don't even really get it yet, but please be careful, you guys, and don't be fearful. Don't show love. Don't show hate to any of these beings. If you're unsure of them, simply ignore them and go about your day and make yourself feel happy. You don't need a spirit to help you get through your day. You're that spirit. All right? I love you guys.